Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie. I'm so glad to have you here. We are going to talk about the power of choices. The power of choices. And you might be thinking, oh, choose the eggs over the donut. I'm going to choose less sugar. I'm going to choose no buns on my burger. That's not what we're talking about today. I'm going to talk about the power of choices here and the things that you say and the things that you fill your mind with. And you might be going, she talks about this a lot. And I'm on a keto page, and I'm wondering why she's so adamant that I should be reading and fueling my mind right. But it's for a very specific purpose. So, as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? Good morning, maybe it's good afternoon, wherever you're at. I am currently in Minnesota. It is morning right now. Maybe you'll watch this in the afternoon. But it is morning, and I've already knocked out a good chunk of things that I choose to do every morning to have a successful day, as much as I can choose, right? And so I'd love to know, how is your morning going? How is your afternoon going? Has it gone how you pictured it up here? Maybe you have no idea, or maybe you don't own your day. I have a question. Have you ever heard the phrase, own your morning, own your day? Or, I shared this in a story, I think it was yesterday on all social media platforms. I just simply asked the question, do you own your day, or does the day own you? I would love to know what you think, or what is your thought on that. Maybe you've never thought about it. So the question is, do you own your day, or does your day own you? What's the answer? I'm going to own my day. I'm not going to say that there's not circumstances and situations and life that happens. So I choose to get up on the first alarm. I'm not always great at it, but I have been great at it for 2 weeks. I choose to wake up and be thankful. I choose to get up and have a good attitude. I choose to get up and grab my ketones. I choose to get up with a smile on my face, walk upstairs as I'm wiping the sleep out of my eyes to work out super early before my kids get up. I choose to read, to get my mindset right. I choose those things because it fuels who I am. And so oftentimes I want people to understand, I can sit on this page and I can coach you on how to eat and what not to eat and how to move your body and drink more water and all of those things. And actually, if you tune in later today, I'm gonna go through some basic Q&A questions on the keto lifestyle. So be watching for that. But right now, I want you to think of something. I want you to think of if you have control of your day. So really the question is, I wrote some things down I wanted to ask you. It's the power of choices, right? And so I listened to a really great, I listen to so many things, whether I'm reading or listening. My goal is I gotta fuel this so I can choose the best choices possible, or at least control my emotions. And you might be going, what does this have to do with my health? It has everything to do with your health, everything. Because if you don't look at yourself, and if you don't love yourself, if you don't take ownership of your journey, then you are gonna be probably one of the ones that reach out to me next year and go, hey, I've been on this journey for a year. I've started and I've stopped. I did it, had success, then I went back to the old routines, right? Has anybody, maybe I've talked to you about this, and it's not bad. It's the awareness of you going, oh, what does ownership look like? What do my choices look like? I didn't know I had to think more about this health and fitness than just beyond food. Because I will tell you, something that our family is so passionate about is the choices, the things that you say, the power of your words, the thoughts that you think. Because if you don't love yourself, then how are you gonna make the better choice to move your body, or to get up in the morning, or to be thankful, or to choose the eggs over the donut, or to say, hey, I'm gonna choose a better option? If you don't love yourself, how are you gonna do that, right? You need to have ownership, and I want you to love yourself. I've got a challenge for you if you're open to it. When we are done here, because I'm guessing not many of you are in your bathrooms in front of a mirror, when you are done, I'm gonna have you do something super, probably feels really weird, right? I want you to walk into your bathroom. Maybe you're at the office, walk into wherever there's a mirror, I want you to look at yourself and I want you to say, I love you. My name is Stephanie, if you don't know. I love you, Stephanie. And you might go, I actually don't love myself. Well, we're going to learn how to love ourselves, right? Because if you don't love yourself and you're here and you're constantly going, I need to lose 50 pounds. I want to get healthy. I want, but you've got an inward negative talk towards yourself or how you look at yourself, then guess what? We need to start right here, right? Because if you don't love you, and you might be going, this is awkward. I know. It's not like the world tells us that, right? I'm not saying in an arrogant way, in an awkward way. I want you to just quietly walk into the bathroom, go look in the mirror and say, I love you. I love you. And if you're working on loving yourself, you're going to say, hey, Stephanie, I'm working on loving you, right? I need some tools. I'm gonna work on taking the ownership of who I am, the responsibility of my choices, and I'm going to dominate the rest of this year in my health and fitness. There are lots of areas in life I love to talk about. I've got dogs, I've got kids. There's craziness in my house all the time. So if you hear them, we've got 4 dogs. We've got 4 daughters. My goal is to live the best life that I can, that we can, to inspire our children so they can, right? And so here's a couple things I want you to do. I hope that you're taking notes. If not, you better come back later and take notes. I want you to ask yourself this question. Am I taking ownership of my life? Right? I want you to go into the bathroom and say, I love you. And then I want you just to think about, as you go throughout the day, perspective, right? I will tell you, sometimes I don't know a lot of you. I don't know a lot of you. And where you are today might not be any of the choices that you have made, right? It could be just circumstances and choices that your parents made and choices that are beyond your control. So where you are at today, I am very well aware, might not have anything to do with what you've chosen, but today moving forward can be, right? So oftentimes we'll be talking to our kids and we'll have to say, are you having a victim mentality, or are you going to own what's going on, right? You can't change the past, and you might need some serious help. Like you might need to have to go figure out some emotional things that you've gone through, things where people have hurt you, but today can be different, right? And how do you make better choices? You get this right. What does that look like? Reading, getting up and telling yourself you love yourself, being thankful. So maybe today you haven't thought of one thing that you're thankful for. I'm going to ask you, what are you thankful for? Share below. What are you thankful for? One thing. Maybe you haven't smiled today. You're going to get really irritated with me if you're not a smiler and you follow me on social media. And if you start looking at my stories, every morning I'm going to say, hey, yo, put a smile on your face. Raise your eyebrows. Put a smile on your face, because it creates dopamine. Yesterday I said endorphins. It creates dopamine in your system, and it's going to change the way that you feel, right? So right now, smile. I can see them. Smile. It changes the whole way that your body feels. I would encourage you to go, okay, I'm going to take ownership of my life. I'm going to take ownership of my health and fitness. I'm going to make better choices, and therefore if I do, I have to get this right, which means you are going to have to read something positive. So have you guys heard of the phrase, success leaves clues? Have you heard of that? Sorry about our dogs. Success leaves clues. What does that mean? Find people that are having success in whatever area that you're working on. Maybe it's marriage. Maybe it's you need help with your kids. Maybe it's your health and fitness. Maybe you want to lose some weight. Maybe you want to get fitter. Maybe you want to be more of a positive person. Success leaves clues. Find the people that have had success in that area. Figure out what they do. And then you model it, right? Our children should never have to start from the bottom, the ground floor where we've started. Our children should have to start at our ceiling so that they can bust through that and go even further faster than we have ever done. And my hope is that we can help you do the same thing. So I would bet in any area that you are trying to work on, marriage or parenting or health and fitness or finances, most successful people do the same things. They own their day. They love themselves. They weigh out their choices and do the best that they can. It doesn't mean they don't slip up, but they don't get frustrated. If you will not fail if you don't quit, right? So they're going to have failures, but they're going to keep going. They probably have a smile on their face. I'm going to guess if you look at successful people, they've got some incredible books all around their home. And I'm going to tell you, this is an incredible book. I share books all the time. I have not talked about this one in a while. Don't be fooled by the cover. I actually did not read this book for a long time because I was like, I had this weird thought about money. And so I thought, Think and Grow Rich, I don't like that. I don't like that cover. It's an incredible book, and it is not what you think. Powerful. It will change your life. It will change your life if you take what you read and you implement it. So anything that you're learning from successful people, here's the key. Taking action, right? So if you get off this live today and you don't go tell yourself you love yourself, if you don't mentally go, I better start fueling my mind, right, so I can make better choices, and owning my day and owning my choices and not being a victim and not letting my past control me, but I'm going to own my life. If you get off this I want to say Zoom, I do them all the time. If you get off this live and you don't go do any of those things, then it was worthless. Like if I teach you how to eat and you don't make one choice better that day, it was probably worthless, right? You can grab all of the knowledge and all of the wisdom that you want, but if you don't make the choice and you don't take the action consistently over time, guess what? There's no reason for it. You want to know the number one key to success? Taking action consistently over and over again. That is the key, right? So success leaves clues. Find the people that you want to follow. Ask them what they're doing. Ask them for their support. Get a coach. Get a mentor. Mentors are people that you can follow and learn, people in books that you might never talk to, but they're going to teach you about the powers and the keys to success in life. And so that's really one I wanted to share. Here's a phrase I want you to write down. I wrote it down for you. So Erwin McManus, he's a pastor in LA. I listen to him all the time. He said this morning in one of his podcasts. He said, your choices will create the future you will live out. Your choices will create the future that you will live out. The choices that you make in your food, the way you spend your money, the way you talk to your kids, if you hit the snooze, if you make, all of those choices create who you are, right? You've got to take ownership in your life today. Tell yourself, I love you. I'm going to do better. I get to get up early. I get to make the better choice. I get to move my body. Speak the words out loud. Stop speaking trash over your life. We teach our kids this all the time. Your words have the power of life and death. Speak life. Take the responsibility. Reach out. I'm here to help you. Continue to tune into the page because I'm always, always, always here. And remember this. You have to take ownership. Your choices are important. Perspective, right? It's not I have to, I get to, right? And so I hope this was helpful. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. I would say my number one tip for you is to smile. Go tell yourself you love yourself. Continue to tune in because I've got lots of things I love to share. And go find one thing to fuel your mind. Read a book. Listen to a podcast. Find somebody that's already successful in that area that you're wanting to be successful in. Go model what they're doing. Okay, that's it. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.